So my film is about a high school player named Mateo who is trying to make a comeback after getting injured. There's a lot of sports movies who usually show athletes as either super confident or completely broken after something bad happens. But I wanted to make it more real. Mateo isn't just trying to win a big game. He's like dealing with self-doubt, pressure with something a lot of student athletes go through. Most sports movies focus on either a big victory or a big loss, but I wanted to show the personal side of things, like how it actually feels to struggle with injury and not know if you will ever be as good as you were before. That's why I have scenes where Mateo is training alone, pushing himself when no one is around him. It shows how isolated it can feel when you're trying to prove yourself again. I also challenge the idea that athletes always have to be tough. At a time, they're expected to push through everything, but there's not always how it works. Mateo just gets frustrated, doubts himself, and also gives up. But instead of making that look weak, we show that it's part of what makes him stronger. Overall, my film takes the usual sports drama formula, but focus more on the emotional struggles that athletes deal with. It's not just about winning or losing, it's about the mental battle athletes go through and how they push forward even when things get tough. So, my film is something a lot of people can relate to, especially high school athletes or anyone who's dealt with a big step back. Mateo, the main character, is struggling after getting injured, and that feeling of doubt and pressure is super real. I wanted to make sure that the audience really feels what he's going through, so I use close up shots and quiet moments to show his emotions instead of just telling them. I also made the setting feel real and empty, core, dim lights, and just Mateo being alone, thinking about everything he has done. It's kind of puts the audience in his shoes so they can really connect with the feelings Mateo is going through. Now, if this was a real movie, what I want to put is where people would actually see it. The best way to do that is online, like YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram, like huge platforms like that, like shorts of it and post clips of it. I could also send it to student film festivals or sports related competitions so more people outside of school could watch it. Maybe even upload it to school websites or something like that. Overall, my film is for people who like sports movies but also want something deeper by using social media and film festivals so you could get a broader audience to connect with at the experience. background music and sound effects to make it more engaging. Editing took some practice, but once I got the hang of it, it was really cool to see everything come together. Not gonna lie, there were some challenges. Sometimes the location didn't work out and I had to change my plan last minute. I also had to figure out how to fix shaky footage and bad lighting while editing. But dealing with all of this actually helped me get better at problem solving and working under pressure. I also got better at managing my time and working with a team. Overall, this project helped me learn a lot. Now I feel way more confident in my ability to plan, film, and edit a project. If I had to do another one, I'll definitely be more prepared. Thanks for listening, and let me know if you have any questions. Hey, today I'm going to be talking about how I use technology to make my project happen. I didn't realize how much tech goes into filmmaking until I actually had to use it all. From writing the script to filming and editing, I use a lot of different tools to put everything together. So technology was super important for this project. I used different software, hardware, and online tools to make sure everything turned out right. I had to learn a lot along the way, and honestly, it was a mix of trial and error. But at the end, it all came together. I use different softwares to make things look and sound better. For editing, I use Adobe Premiere Pro to cut clips and add cool effects and adjust the color and sound. I wrote my scripts in Google Docs and I use Canva for my storyboard to plan everything out. I even tried color grading in slow motion to make some scenes more dramatic. Hardware was also a big part of this project. I used my phone to film everything, a tripod to help me keep my shots steady, and I used a stabilizer for moving shots to avoid shaky footage. Online tools made my life way easier. YouTube was a lifesaver. I watched a bunch of tutorials to learn how to film and edit better. I found royalty-free music and sound effects on Free Music Archive so I wouldn't have copyright issues. I saved all my files on Google Drive so I wouldn't lose anything. Of course, not everything went smoothly. Some of my shots were really shaky, so I had to learn how to stabilize them in editing. The audio wasn't great at first, so while I was editing, I tried to make the sounds more adaptive. Editing took me way longer than I expected, so I had to watch tutorials and plan my time better. This project showed me just how much technology goes into filmmaking. I had to learn a lot about editing, filming, and fixing mistakes, but in the end, it was worth it. Next time, I think I would be even better at using all these tools, and I would probably plan things out more so I don't waste as much time. That's pretty much it. Thank you for listening.